Good morning, everyone, or kind of good afternoon because it's almost noon. I am live today because I am going to go get my hair done later on today, and I want to just talk to you guys about some things before that while I get ready for my appointment. Right now, I have nothing on my skin because I just showered, so we're gonna do it together. This is just my anti-aging, anti-acne serum, which I use from SkinCeuticals because I've been breaking out. Like my skin just has not been cooperating. Anyway, so why am I here today and what is my topic? My topic today is Shira 7, and that's why I titled it In Shira 7, I Trust. Shira 7, for those of you who don't know, is a YouTuber, and she is probably, in my opinion, the most influential YouTuber and influencer online because she created this whole mainstream movement of women having higher standards, women leveling up, women just generally expecting more and, seeing through all of this really conniving, manipulative behavior by men to use us. And she's really the one who kind of exposed this. She is, in my opinion, the one that exposed all of this and kind of really taught women what the true intentions are that men have when they're marrying us, dating us, being with us. I didn't know this in my 20s. So as you guys know, I ended up married. And in a situation that had I probably known Shera 7 at that time, I wouldn't have ended up. No way. There's no way I would have ended up making the choice I did had I known her content at that time, because I would have chosen someone different. But I have no regrets. Everything happens in life for a reason, and it is what it is. But my point is that I religiously listened to Shera ever since I was 29, which was 2019. I was first introduced to her by my sister, who found her videos. My sister follows her, watches her stuff, probably not like following her guidance as much as I do, because I'm just like, I'm a student. I'm a good student. So once I find a good teacher, I kind of attach to it. So I learned a lot from Shera 7, and the first and foremost important thing I learned from Shera 7 was that a lot of these, sorry, my hair is just, it's not a good hair day because I had to wait for my hair appointment. The fundamental first thing I learned from Shera 7 was about paying bills. And what Shera taught me, what I learned from her, is that as a woman, especially a married woman, you should not have any pressure to work, and you should not be paying bills. The household bills should 100% be covered by the man you live with, whether that's your husband or your boyfriend or whatever that is. That is their responsibility to pay those bills. And hold on, I didn't know that. So I realized that a lot of the problems that I was having was stemming from this fact that I was basically just doing too much financially to contribute, and that was causing a lot of problems, resentment on both ends. Because what Shira 7 says is that naturally men will resent you if you do help them financially. Do they want it? Yes, they say they want it. Do they say they expect it? Yes, but when you do it, well, now that you help them, there's like this resentment they have towards you, and they will treat you like that. And they won't feel like a man around you. So no matter how much you are committed to being together, now that you helped him financially, and now he knows you can always use that against him, there's no way that he's not going to resent you for that. And there's no way you're going to respect him. This is the first message that she had that I heard from her that really changed my life. And I was like, this really explains a lot in my situation. Like, it really explains all of my problems. I was a very hardworking workhorse woman and contributing everything I made to the family, like the household. I mean, obviously it's my kids, but I mean to the bills. And I was like just doing better career wise too, which was also causing problems. So when I heard her say that, like, a lot of your problems, you will have a lot of problems if you're financially, contributing as a woman in your marriage, I knew she was right away. I knew that that was my situation that I was in. And so I connected with it, and I continued to watch her content because I was like, okay, this lady is the real deal. She's making a lot of sense right now in a world where no one is making sense. Okay, you said the point you're making is 100% true, but how you guys come to this conclusion is wrong. Okay. Last true elk, tell me, what is the way to come to that conclusion? But I really realized that that message resonated with me, that it was totally just what our problem was and what my problem was. And it's not just talking about my marriage that I was in, I'm talking about like just my whole personality in general. I was very, very in my masculine, aggressive, working. I was like, everything I was as a young girl, I had lost her. I had lost touch with her when I joined the real world and became like this work, member of society. Like, I totally lost sight of who I was. And, when I watched Shera, I realized I want to become who I am again. I don't want to be someone's workhorse. I don't want to be unhappy. I want to be living my happiest life. And why am I working so hard if I'm unhappy? So, it really, really woke me up. And for that reason, I trust her advice 100%. I don't listen to nobody else. I literally don't listen to anyone else online or take them seriously other than Shera, because not only has her advice really worked in my life, but anytime I have not listened to her, like I've gone astray from her advice, and kind of like, for example, if she says don't do something and then I just went and did that thing anyway in a relationship, she was always right. And then I regretted what I did. So like just testing and learning, I've discovered that she's always right. She's just always right. Anytime I don't listen to her, I screw up. The smallest, minute details. And she genuinely cares about women. So watch her videos regularly, all the time. I watch it every day. I listen to her. At least a few minutes of her advice I listen to daily. You said the hardships fall on the man because we're made for the situations. The quote, weak times make for weak men. Yeah, it's true. I do believe that men are able to handle, really, really difficult situations in different ways and are built to do that. Yeah, women can change the world overnight if we want to, and we have. I feel like through Shera 7, a lot has changed in this world. Like women's mindset has really, really changed through her videos, through her message, because I myself am living proof. Like I have changed so much just from listening to her. I'm a completely different adult than the adult I was, 5+ years ago. And I'm basically back to who I was when I was a girl, when I wasn't a contributing member of society, when I was just a girl living her life, having fun. Like that's who I was, and that's who I've become again. I just went back to that, and I'm so happy to just be a girl. And I just have no desire to be in a relationship unless it's someone who likes me 100 times more and is willing to do anything for me, because I'm willing to do anything for myself. And that's what Shera 7 teaches. That's her other message that I listen to and learn from, is her message that if you're in a relationship with a man, he really has to like you more than you like him, especially in the beginning. Because men like to work hard for what they have. They like to have someone and things that other men want. And if you're just, really, really easy, it just makes them question your worth. Are you this easy for anybody to have? But at the end of the day, if the guy is not a provider, then his opinion doesn't even count. So if he's a provider, he's going to also have high standards for himself. If you have any time in your life to listen on YouTube and you're listening to random YouTubers, I'm like, even me, like the only reason I'm even giving advice on YouTube is because I've learned so much from Shera. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on here talking. It's just because I know that her message is where I learned my stuff. So I believe in it because I learned it and I adopted it and I am living proof of it. And that's why I'm doing this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on here talking. Like, I know that it works. I was in a really crap situation, like emotionally and mentally, before I found her content and realized, what the hell am I doing? Like, is this the end? Like, is this what I want for myself? This is gonna, like, what am I doing? And I really was asking myself that question. What the hell am I doing? I need to do something different. And I knew that if I stayed in the same situation I was in, I knew exactly what my life was going to look like in 10, 20, 30 years. I knew exactly what it was going to be. There was no doubt in my mind that what my life was going to be, and it was going to just get worse and worse. And then I thought, what if I, completely change the path here? What if I do something different, which obviously was leave? And I just was like, I'd rather go into the unknown on my own and just do this life on my own than go in this path where I am guaranteed misery. It was secure for sure in terms of, financially it's easy when you're sharing your life financially with someone else. It was more secure that way. But it was actually the most unstable thing I could have done for myself was stay, even if I knew exactly what my life was going to be like, because I would have been an unstable person. And all of that, like I learned and was able to even assess my life that way through her. And now I just realized just how happy women are when we're single. Like and even men, like a lot of men are really happy when they're single too. But men are extra happy when they're with the woman that they really love and that they really want to be with. I just find that as a woman, being single is your best bet until and unless you find someone that likes you 10 times more, sees you as like the woman of their dreams, wants to, do everything for you, never says no to you. Like that is really the only type of person you can be with and be happy as a woman, or else you're just going to be taken from. You said, as a man, she has very legitimate points. I've listened to her a while ago and felt personally attacked. If I didn't hear it so brutally honest, I would have never changed. Yes. Oh, I love this. Exactly. Her message is benefiting men. Like, she's not, Shera's message benefits men because men meet, and this is what she says, men meet their highest potential and they get to their highest potential when they're with a woman that demands them to be providers. Because in order to be a provider, you have to work hard, you have to challenge yourself, you have to do a lot of things that you wouldn't do if you were just sharing the bills with another woman who's treating you like her pet. Men become their highest self as providers. Men become their highest potential when their back is against the wall and they have to perform and they have to do it. Like even the crappiest men I've seen, whenever there was like a survival situation, they've always done really well because their back is against the wall. What are you going to do? So when you're pushing him and putting that, trust in him to take care of the family or you, that pushes him to do better. Maybe a business he would never have started, he'll think about, maybe I should start this business because you challenged him. And really, that's what Shira's saying. She's really trying to make women become their highest self and men become their highest self through being in these mutually beneficial relationships where men are providers and with the woman of their dreams. Like that is really what she's saying. It's a very simple message. And if you actually trust her information and apply it to your life, you will see the change. You will see the change. because I've seen the change. Anyone that knew me before becoming a single woman, before my divorce, and then like they see me now, they're just like, you are a whole different person. Your energy, your whole aura, your whole vibe, just everything. And it's like, what did I do? I literally just became a single woman and started to do things on my own. Thanks for joining. I just basically became a single woman, and instead of paying half the bills, I now pay all of them. And I'm somehow in that situation 10 times happier, 10 times more free mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I'm aligned spiritually with myself. I know who I am. I know where I want to go. I know my goals. Like, this happened through me becoming single. And that's Shera's point. If you're not with someone that absolutely is crazy about you, willing to do anything for you, then you're just better off single. You're better off on your own, doing it on your own, finding multiple streams of income instead of that one guy who's doing half of it with you. This is my makeup. I just did a light blush, my DM Beauty foundation, lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss, mascara. And that's it. It's daytime. I'm not going to do too much. And I'm getting my hair done anyway. Like, I'm not going to any event. I just need to go get my hair done. Shera 7 is truly like I was actually watching one of her older videos today. Let me find the video. And in the video, she said something so important, because here, the video was called I gotta go because I got the video was called "People Will Try to Use You, but Know How to Benefit from Them." It was this video. And I actually recently made a video on the same topic because she talks about this regularly. So I was trying to also explain it. And in this video, she's saying, you know, this message that I have is important. By the way, this video that she posted is from 2018. This is before I found her. I just like go back and watch her old videos. And she was saying that like her message is important, and that we all need to, as women, spread the message. We need to get together and spread this message of women need to level up. We need to become better versions of ourselves. We need to have higher standards. We need to challenge men. We need to challenge them to do better, to contribute more, to be providers. Like that, women shape that through our behavior. If every woman is just giving herself for free for nothing, then why would men make an effort to have a woman? And like, I'll give you an example. If you walk into Chanel, the perfume store, and you're ready to pay $250 for a bottle of perfume, and then you're about to pay, and then the woman says, well, you can have this for free. You don't need to pay. Take the bottle for free. Would you insist on still paying for it? No. You'll be like, I'll take it. I'll take this amazing, beautiful, long-lasting perfume for free, and I'll use it for free. And because you didn't pay for it, you're going to spray it on yourself all day long. You're not going to be stingy with your sprays. You're not going to care how the bottle's condition is because you didn't even pay for it. It was free. So yes, a man will take a woman for free if he doesn't have to pay for her. We have to keep the price up. We have to keep up the standard for how to have a woman. Back in the day, in order to even get in contact with a woman that a man was attracted to, he had to like find her number. If back when there was phones, call the phone line, hope that someone's going to answer, and then ask for the person. Or worse, when there were no phones, writing letters, having to find the person's house, knocking on their door, risking rejection in person. Now it's so easy. Just like send a DM. Hey, guys these days are like not even saying full sentences. Like I have a few guy friends who are around my age, and they don't even speak in full sentences. Like God knows how they're talking to women in their 20s that they're like hitting on. Because they literally send messages in like abbreviation, WYD. This is just how they speak casually. Now, this is what it's become. This is why I only date older men, because they don't even know what those abbreviations mean. But it's just become too easy. And what Shera 7 is saying is don't let it be easy anymore. Make it a challenge, make it hard. Nothing worth having comes easy. And if you're worth having, don't be easy. And if it's easy to get you, if it's easy for you to fall in love, then you're easy and you're not worth that much. That's just the reality of it. You yourself don't have a high standard. You're easy to please. You're easy to get into a relationship with. Then you're just a low quality product. That's your fault. You're doing that to yourself. And that's what she says. And the women that make it hard to be with them, that make it difficult to be with them, they are making the standards high for everyone else. I just want everyone to know I love Shera 7. She's changed my life. I truly think everyone should listen to her. It's just listening to her changed my life. Everything around me, my whole surrounding, everything around me right now in this video, on me, everything on me, even down to like doing my nails, is a result of what I learned from Shera 7. I give her like full credit for the information that she gave me, which I had no idea and no one ever told me about. And it changed everything. When I found Shera 7's information, I was living in a very, very like crappy neighborhood. Like when I say crappy, I mean like the average income of the people in the neighborhood, the condition of the building I was living in. I was living in a building. I was in a 1-bedroom apartment with 2 kids and a husband, and we had property, but I was okay with that environment because I was a different person. And now who I am, what I've created for myself, this is the bare minimum now. If I'm going to ever uproot myself from this home and go somewhere else, well, it has to be 10 times better because there's no going backwards. Who would leave their beautiful house to go live with a guy in his crappy place? There's no choice now but to move forward. There's no choice now but to do better. And all of that is from what I've learned from Shera and her lessons. Like, well, she has 2 channels. She has her Shera 7, and then she has her goddess channel. Her goddess channel is more spiritual stuff, which I also listen to. But like, let me just show you like the proof that I listen to, that I watch everything. These are her videos, so you can see. Some of them I watched twice. You could see the red line, which means, I watched that video. That red line here means that, like, where I stopped watching, 2 hours, watch the whole thing. Like, this is my commitment to Shera 7. This is how much I'm watching her stuff, okay? I'm literally watching everything. I'm obsessed. This one was 3 hours and 45 minutes. And I watched the whole video.
Hey y'all, good afternoon.
Okay? And that's how I created my highest self. That's how I got in touch with my higher self. And you're always getting higher and higher and better. But who I am right now, I got here through listening to her advice. And throughout the way, I made mistakes. I had bumps, but at the end of the day, I stayed true to what she was saying. And every time I have done that, I have done the right thing. No one's perfect. We all make mistakes. But the fundamental knowledge, you have to have that. And that is in Shira's channel. Have high standards for yourself. Don't sleep with men who are not generous, like you 10 times more, and have money. Don't be in relationships with those kind of men either. Don't be easy. Be a challenge. Don't contribute financially to any relationship you're in with a man. It's very simple stuff. If you actually just pay attention, it's very simple. It's that simple. It's all on YouTube. Her content is free, you know. Okay. It's been 30 minutes. I'm going to go get dressed. I have to start getting ready, but it was really nice to be live with you today. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Bye.